Hi guys, I am really excited to show you this next iteration that takes what was that three-door stacked sliding glass door option where the two moving panels would stack over the third fixed panel and remain fixed in place, invisible. This iteration is going to show you what it would be if we went with a pocket door where all three panels would slide into a pocket that was a 24-foot wide opening. So let's jump into a view from the living room seating area with this 24-foot wide three-panel pocket door system open. With the view of the trees that we have, piano area here, it's pretty impressive. It really allows for a great connection between these two dining areas, the outdoor dining and the indoor dining. And the connection between these two outdoor living spaces, I think, is pretty unencumbered. It's pretty wide open. I've set this 24-foot wide pocket door system just 2 feet off of this back wall. So there's a 2-foot return right here, basically just to house the media wall furniture, whatever might go here. This is just a placeholder. I think this is great. I'm showing, as I was showing before, this patio cover being just an extension of the ceiling floor framing happening here for the living room. So this would be but painted to match, textured to match, so it would really feel very continuous indoor-outdoor, only broken up by the tracks of the pocket doors. I believe I've turned into a little bit of a sucker for this skylight motif that's working so well for us here to bring in views of this oak from the front living area. I want to do the same thing here so that when you're in the outdoor living area and you look up, you very massive height of this gargantuan redwood right here. And also from this little outdoor daybed here. And keep in mind, I hadn't incorporated Jim's landscape design yet. So this isn't daybed under this pergola area. So you're under dappled. So I can imagine this would be a great place to lay out. Through this open tree, I mean, you still get a sense of a connection to the foliage of that oak tree over your own parapet, over the planters that we have behind the parapet there. Those are just peeking through. Full view through this. And as a final sales pitch for that piece, I think having a large covered patio, that's a great thing to do. It does provide a but I don't want to cut off too much natural. And here again, we get the benefits of both. We get the coverage that we want from the rain elements, bring in the light through these closed doors. So let's take a look at it, what it looks like when it's closed. Let's take a quick peek from the outside. I like this a lot. Let's open it up again. One thing I want to talk about for this design of this covered outdoor area, I wanted to leave this wood element, a screen. I want to screen the view, but I don't want to block the dappled southern light that you would get through here. The view you have out here, though, of the neighborhood, clean that off. But we could some allow for views either of some, what looks like you have some existing greenery perfectly planted right here. But if the landscape architect wants to replace that with, you know, a different plant or something else, I think it'd be great to bring that in while still screening this up. Fresh eyes. I do have to have this posted like that. You know, pretend there's a, you know, maybe we just screen the roof element. Well, my other thinking was that I didn't want fair. I've kept this opening here at about 30 inches. That's meant as a convenient way for you guys. But I would rather that your guest had to come all the way through and somehow of the site really take in the design and buy the tree and come this way. You know, Jim's showing that ramp up to the deck. I think that's a great idea. Deck and keep them in the. I feel like it's fine. Don't get me wrong. This is fantastic. But the best approach for any guests coming to your house, if they go through the side yard and not through your front door, would be to come around this pergola, come through the middle, making this more convenient path. It's phenomenal. Though let's trade-off. So what we talked about, pocket door system in floor plan, in width here. Right, we've got a 5.5 inch stud wall here that's really our structural wall. Then we've got panels themselves, and then on the inside of that we have what hides the doors is stud layer. This large pocket door does basically this 8-foot depth of the leaves about 30 inches between here and the corner. It's really not enough room to squeeze a window in. I would argue that we probably just want to leave this as a solid wall, which is a fantastic wall for a big art piece, or maybe some high shelving. I'm not really sure yet, but it does really need to be solid because of the pocket, and because this thing is a just the stacked door would be. I've opted to take that space out of the width of the island and a little bit out of the 4-foot wide island. Now I'm showing a 3-foot wide island, and before the other countertop, now it's 3/6. A bit tight. We still have here behind the sit-at island, and so that feels good enough for me without feeling too crowded. So I do want to make sure that you guys, if we go with this pocket door solution, that you're okay with the changes to the island depth and the working space here. 3.5 feet, especially with the curves, feel really tight. So, you know, as beautiful and as fantastic as this 24-foot wide opening is, what the changes here with this outdoor living, of course, but I wonder if it doesn't make more sense these just doors. So when they are in the closed position, you still see them, but this wall, you know, this moves in basically all say 6 inch. I mean, that just, oh god, that feels that. And that's 16 foot. Maybe the play between these, maybe of panels wants to go on the other side. Let's consider that real quick. Maybe maybe this is the way to go instead. I mean, what are you really cutting off here? I mean, there's still plenty of flow between the walking zones of the furniture, but who's really going to be standing here? I mean, now if we stack the doors here, it gives us a little bit of permission to tighten this up a bit more to the glass. Not too tight that someone couldn't walk by, but we don't. This wall would also get thinner. This wouldn't be so not that quick. So this is, I think, is worth considering. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on A, what do you think about the new indoor-outdoor connection, and B, what do we think about the going with stacked glass on either this side pocket door, reducing the kitchen. I set this with let's keep want to continue, but I do suppose the option would be to but set old indoor wall plane and let the exterior grow out. You're certainly not at your FAL limit, your floor area limit, so you could continue to. My concerns bursts input if you wanted to. And then, of course, the option still. Thank you.